Good morning, everyone. My name is Ed Peterman. I am the town manager here for the town of Miami Lakes. And today is, at the end of a horrible, very difficult year, it's a great day. It's the culmination of a lot of hard work by unnamed faces, unnamed bureaucrats working together hand in hand with our elected officials to be able to bring this relief to the businesses of our town. And what I'd like to do is start by just having us all rise and let's say the Pledge of Allegiance real fast. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Here in Town Hall, the point person or the department that did a lot of the heavy lifting to make this grant program possible was our finance department. The person in command of that department is our chief financial officer, our finance director, Mr. Ismael Diaz, and I'd like for him to come up. I know a lot of you have already dealt with him hand in hand because him and his department worked with all of you in trying to help you process your applications. So I'd like to have Ismael come up here and talk a little bit about the program, how it happened, and he has some remarks before we get started.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Good morning, Miami Lakes residents. Good morning, honorable council members. Good morning, staff, and good morning, the honored, which is you, the small business owners. You know, when I thought about what to say today, I thought about a story. I'm going to paraphrase it. The story of a father that was reading his newspaper, and his child was pestering him because he wanted him to play with him. So the father took a page of the newspaper, tore it, gave it to him, and tore it in many pieces, gave it to the child and said, put that together, which is the picture of the world globe. And when you put that together, we'll play. Thinking that it will take so much time, and maybe it never happened. But the child, after 5 minutes, came back, and the picture was put together. So the father asked, how did you do that? How did you do that fast? And the child said, Dad, on the back of that page, there was a picture of a person. So once I put that person together, the world became whole. And see, when we think about small businesses, we know that they're very important and they're integral to Miami Lakes. And if we always thought that if we can help to put small businesses back together, then our Miami Lakes community will be on its way to be whole again. When we were seeking for new COVID-19 programs, this program was one of them. We had like 5 or 6 programs. But then the county came back and said, hey, you can only choose one. You can only choose one. And we knew at that point that giving grants to small businesses, that program was a priority. We knew that business owners, small business owners, were going home thinking about how to pay the rent. They were going home thinking about how to pay their employees, how to continue to give the same level of service by cutting costs. And you know that the list goes on and on and on. So at that moment, we believed that we needed to make a difference. We believed that we needed to help, and here we are. And here we are. In just 5 weeks, we were able to create, we were able to tailor, implement, process, and conclude this program, although we still have some back office stuff we need to do. So I would like to thank our Miami Lakes team that made this possible. That team is comprised of our wonderful council whose impeccable leadership and guidance made this possible. So thank you, council members, for making this possible. I want to thank the town manager's office for the incredible support that they gave us, to the staff from all departments, because it was tremendous contribution to this program. And I will take a little bit of a personal privilege to thank our finance team, troubleshooting and making all these deadlines. But do you think I'm done giving thanks? Absolutely not. We have to thank every one of you, small business owners. Why? Because we have to thank you for your tenacity. We have to thank you for your resilience. We have to thank you for sending us all the documents that we needed in time. We have to thank you for building up our community. And we have to thank you for not giving up. You never gave up. That's why you're here. And thank you because as you continue to water the Miami Lakes economy, Miami Lakes continues to grow beautifully. God bless you all.
Now I'd like to introduce our mayor, Mayor Manny Sid.
When the pandemic started, and I'm looking into the crowd, and I know many of you, I think we've all, visited your businesses, cut ribbons at your businesses, participated there, purchased products, and so on. But when this pandemic started, and government arbitrarily shut you all down, because it wasn't your fault, and we know that the science never showed that your businesses, your small businesses, were the reason why COVID cases were going up. We know that today, yet you guys were deprived of the opportunity to provide for your families, for your employees, and that was incredibly unfair. And we know that half of Americans work in small businesses throughout this country. And here in Miami Lakes, that number might be double, maybe close to 75% of Miami Lakes residents work in small businesses. So when it came time for us as a town council to say, hey, this is how we're going to spend these CARE dollars. For us, it was a no-brainer. It was going to be our small businesses, because you all are the backbone of this community. So when we decided this as a council, one thing that we said, hey, this process had to be simple. This process had to be quick, because we know how government, the amount of time that government takes, right? The CARES dollars came down. The counties had it since April. You all haven't seen it since then. So we said, hey, this has to be a quick process, and we were able to get it done. So I really want to give kudos to our finance staff for doing what's right, because they could have said, you know what, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need more documentation. It could have been January, February, March, and we still would have been talking about this, but we knew we had to get those dollars into your hands as soon as possible to make sure that your businesses keep moving forward. But from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you guys, because I know how difficult the last several months have been. But with no further ado, because I really don't want to we can talk here all day, but we want to make sure that we start getting those checks into your hands so you guys go positive and start reinvesting into your businesses. And that's what's important to us today. And the first one is Alex and Yirka Marvan from Painting with a Twist.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Truly, words can't express the gratitude that we feel. As an entertainment venue, many of which hopefully you guys have been to and your children have been to, we're all about having fun. And the small business community, at least the small business community that we've seen here in Miami Lakes, is family oriented. And we're obviously a family owned business. And we cater to families. And one of the biggest things that we found was when you take away people's entertainment, everything changes. First of all, everyone's at home, everyone's struggling, everyone has a little bit of depression. Yeah, it's great having dinner and lunch with your family every day, but they can get on your nerves. I love this woman, but being with her 24/7, can be trying. But to be honest with you guys, this when they first shut us down, it was depressing, to say the least. Not just for us, but for our employees. We've created a little close-knit family with the people that work with us, and we miss them. We had to reinvent ourselves, in large part with help from the town. I know Councilwoman Ruano was at one of our events that the town helped us with. We worked with the town for Mother's Day. I cannot say enough the support that we've received here, the gratitude, and again, to Mayor Sid's point, now we can take some of that money and reinvest and continue to reinvent ourselves. Thank you guys, and thank you to the town for all the hard work. Yeah, please sign it.
I also want to recognize State Representative Alex Rizzo, who's here with us. He's a champion of small businesses. Just got sworn in a couple weeks ago. Is already doing a great job visiting businesses here in our community, making sure that those funds are coming down to the town of Miami Lakes. Thank you, Representative. Y una palabra en español. Yo sé que Univision y Telemundo estaban aquí. Querían una palabra. Hoy es un día bien importante porque sabemos que los negocios pequeños es lo más importante de una comunidad. Para una comunidad como la ciudad de Miami Lakes necesitamos que los negocios estén moviéndose hacia adelante. Cuando la pandemia empezó, los gobiernos del condado, el gobierno federal, muchos de ellos cerraron estos negocios, sabiendo que no era la culpa de estos negocios, que no existía la ciencia donde enseñaba que los casos de coronavirus se echaron hacia adelante por ellos, y eso sabemos que eso no, hoy sabemos que eso no era verdad, pero ellos no tuvieron la oportunidad de proveer para sus familias, cerrados completamente, y yo pienso que eso es algo bien difícil. Aquí en la ciudad de Miami Lakes, en el momento que recibimos estos fondos, inmediatamente decidimos como un consejo y trabajando con el staff de los otros para darle este dinero a los negocios pequeños, porque en realidad el dinero es de ellos, y eso es algo que se tiene que entender. El gobierno no produce nada. Lo que está pasando aquí es que las personas que emplean millones de personas aquí, miles de personas aquí, millones de personas por los Estados Unidos, son estos negociantes que cogen su propio dinero, invierten en sus negocios y echan hacia adelante. Pero cuando el gobierno viene y lo cierra, que no es culpa de ellos, que lo sabemos hoy, es algo bien injusto, y hoy es un momento de darle dinero para atrás que no tenían la oportunidad de proveer para su familia y para sus empleados. I also want to call up Jessica Lynn Valdez from Massage It Away. Welcome, Jessica.
Hello everyone, how are you? My name is Jessica Lynn Valdez. I am the owner of Massage It Away Therapeutic Massage. I have lived and worked in Miami Lakes for nearly 22 years and have been fortunate to have many clientele in the area. Unfortunately, because most of my business is therapeutic and pain management, my clients are senior citizens. So even after the shutdown, I have a skeleton of people left over because of this unfortunate disease that's out here. But I do, when all else failed, thankfully my town came through and is helping me stay alive, because for the first time in 22 years of a successful business, I've had to think about closing my doors. And I'm very privileged to be able to serve the people that I've been able to meet and work with in this town, and I'm very grateful for Miami Lakes to come through for us. Thank you, Mayor, and everyone else that worked with us and helped us out to make this possible, it means the world to me. Thank you very much for your time.
Club, Adriana Rodriguez Menchis of Miami Lakes.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank. What's that? Oh yeah, this is Adriana. I'm not Adriana, by the way. I think that was obvious. It was my sister-in-law. First of all, about over 10 years ago, we started the endeavor with Menchie's, and thanks to my father-in-law, my father, who's not with us now. We couldn't thank him enough for the investment that we made in our town. We've lived here since 1982-ish, 81. And to be able to participate in the town economically, it's been a blessing, and I wish he was here. I know he's looking from above to us now. If you don't know me, my name is Jimmy Robina. I've been living here since 1989. I am a middle school teacher right here at Miami Lakes Middle. I've been there 31 years. I know some of you, Mr. Snow, I know I had your daughters as my students. Some of you might be my ex-students. But we are so thankful for what has transpired here today. As everybody knows, all the businesses here, we know, we feel, and we felt what this was. People couldn't come in. People are still not coming into our store. You can pick up and sit outside. All of the factors that has come to this, what is here today. And the town of Miami Lakes, from the very beginning, the grand companies, all of them have been and have always had our backs, all the way going back 10 years, from picking a site to the realtor to everything that involves starting a business here. And with that, Mayor, Sid, and the council, again, we cannot thank you enough to help us keep going. We're going to make it. We're all going to make it. Hopefully, the vaccine now is the beginning of the end. Hopefully, within months, maybe a year, whatever it is, we get back to some real normality. And we brought a little token of our appreciation. I wish I knew there was so many people. I would have brought more cakes. But Mayor, you guys, like I said, if I knew there was so many, I would have brought more cakes. So you just got yourself a $10,000 cake. Thank you. God bless you.
A very special thank you to Ismail for making this process so easy and so painless. It was absolutely wonderful to work with.
Representative, State Rep, Rizzo, you want to say a few words? I know the council, also you guys have an opportunity to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to thank everyone, and this is obviously what everyone that's elected and everyone that works for the town and for the state should be doing, and the federal government is helping every single person here. And economic recovery from this pandemic and from this crisis is paramount, at least from a state perspective. It is. We are working hard, believe me, and I bring greetings from the other representative from Miami Lakes, Tom Fabricio, and also State Senator Manny Diaz, tirelessly to make sure that we can do everything in our power to help recover from this economic crisis. Thank you all. God bless and happy holidays.
Thank you, Representative. And we're fortunate that we live in Florida, right? I mean, we've seen how our economy is rebounding, so that really means a lot, and thank you very much. We have Vice Mayor Collazo with us, Councilman Rodriguez, and Councilman Verano. I mean, you guys want to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor. I had some, but I kind of changed when I looked out into the audience. What I see out here today are friends, our neighbors, are people that I've known for many, many years. I've lived in Miami Lakes all my life. And what I see is my neighborhood. I see the people that I've grown up around. And I've seen you hurting. It's a what we do up here, make these policy decisions. It's a fraction of what you guys do every day, putting people to work, making sure that our country is moving in the right direction. This token is very small, right? This is not what's going to get us over the hump. You guys still need more help. And I think that needs to start with each and every one of us that's here. You know, we got to get our health care here. We got to get our health care from each other. We got to buy the food and services from each other. Everybody that's out here right now needs to help each other, because that's the lasting change that's going to take us over the hump. Yes, the vaccine is here, but still that's many months away. This will cover cost right now, but we need to start changing our behavior to continue to help us get over that hump. So thank you guys for believing. Thank you for staying the course. Thank you for continuing to champion our community, and thank you for continuing to provide to our thriving economy. So thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I feel exactly the same way. I look out and I see, you know, where I have lunch, where I take my son for ice cream. I see the faces, the bakery where I go every morning. Like, I see the faces that are so near and dear to us. And I don't know if you know, but I'm an accountant by profession. So small businesses is what I work with every single day. And during this pandemic, I've seen them slowly die. I've seen them have to close. I've seen 20, 30-year businesses have to close their doors. And these are not the TV. This is the business ICU that nobody talks about. We don't get those numbers on TV. And so I think that government has forgotten you. And that is wrong. And we as a council fought diligently. We fought since the month of April. We fought with the county. We fought with the county mayor. We wanted to get you reopened. And I want you to know that we are on your side. And we have been struggling with you, feeling with you, and trying to get you open. And it's just been out of our hands. So this is too little, too late. But it's the best that we can do right now. And we will continue to promote each and every business that's out here. We have been doing it for months. Shop local, eat local. That is our thing. We need to help one another as neighbors and as family that we are. We are a Miami Lakes family, and we will continue. You will see all of us in all of your businesses every day, and we will continue to promote that so that we can get you guys back on your feet. Thank you so much for coming out today.
Good morning, everyone. Obviously, it's great to see everybody here. Like the councilwoman said, this is a small token, but it's a step in the right direction. But this is something that I wanted to point out. When we had our meeting in November, we were told, you have a month and a half, right, Ismail? A month and a half to put together a program, get applicants to submit their applications, and have the money dispersed to them before the end of this year. This was money that was given to the county back in April. This is something that was put on our doorstep, and together as a council and with our extraordinary staff, we put together a program, had the applicants in. A lot of thanks to you guys. I know the paperwork is tedious and getting all that in, but you did it, and we appreciate it. And we were able to turn this around in less than a month. So kudos to our staff for getting this out, and kudos to you guys. So thank you so much.
Well, I think enough talking, right? No more talking. I think it's time for you guys to get your hard-earned dollars, because at the end of the day, this is not our money. It's not the federal government's money. This is your money that we're ensuring gets back into your hands. Hoy queremos estar seguros que le demos para atrás el dinero que en realidad es del contribuyente, de los negocios pequeños. Este no es dinero del municipio aquí, este no es dinero del gobierno federal, este es dinero de nuestro negocio. So at this point, we're going to conclude, because you know what, we've done way too much talking, I think, and the reality is you guys have to go. The last 9 months have been extremely difficult for you all. The last 9 months have been very hard. This past couple weeks, I'm sure, submitting paperwork, making sure you meet that deadline. So we want to get those checks into your hands as soon as possible, so you can go deposit it and head back to your businesses, because you guys are the backbone. Bless, and let's get those checks in your hands.
All right, that concludes our ceremony. I just wanted to point out one final fact, and several of the speakers alluded to it, and they mentioned it, is not only are you Miami Lakes businesses, but so many of you are also Miami Lakes residents. So by helping Miami Lakes business, we're also indirectly helping so many of our residents directly. So I just want to congratulate you all, wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a Happy